Hey there, Alan. It is Jay here at Rorick Mazda. Just wanted to say thank you again for the time and consideration on your vehicle search. Now, one thing I thought would be a little bit helpful is making you a video. Obviously, doing some research online is one thing, but kind of seeing a similar vehicle, learning more about the features and such up close, I find is at least a little bit more impactful to many of my clients that I deal with online. Now, here in front of me is a Premium Plus non-turbo. If you're asking yourself, well, wait a second, I told you I was looking at a Premium Turbo. I do have some. Unfortunately, they are dropped off on our secondary lot because they have not got stocked in quite yet. However, the Turbo Premium is pretty much identical to the Premium Plus non-turbo other than one styling cue. Now, over here, this is a Premium Plus Turbo, but one thing that all turbos are going to have, if you look up here at the front, you're going to see kind of that silver skid plate in the front. And then if I go here to the rear, you're going to see that silver skid plate here in the back. Visually, those are the only differences from a non-turbo to a turbo, is simply going to be the silver on the rear. But I thought by doing this video, since this one is available, it would better help show you exactly what the vehicle is going to look like and go over some of the features. Now, with the Cx-50, you'll notice that little block kind of down there in the bottom of the bumper is blocked off because that's actually a sonar cover for all of the radar on board. And that's largely because this vehicle has all of the same safety features, things like adaptive cruise control with stop and go assist, lane keeping assist, obviously all of your collision avoidance systems with pedestrian and cyclist detection, full LED lights that will move as you turn the steering wheel, even using high and low beams automatically, blind spot monitoring system in both mirrors, backup camera with a cross alert if it's not safe to back up, even down to driver attention monitoring, which can basically detect if you're getting fatigued. Now, 20-inch wheels are going to be standard, so you'll see these are going to be the wheel size and exact wheels of the turbos, which are going to be kind of predominantly black with a little bit of a silver finish on the exterior. Cx-50s are always going to have kind of more of an aggressive blacked out design. You'll notice the grille bar is all blacked out and the mirror caps will be all blacked out. Now, advanced key just means when you walk up to the car and grab the handle, it'll read that you have the key and lock or unlock the doors. Now, this is the black interior. I kind of find it completely reversed from the terracotta because where if you see all of the seats are done in black and all of the stitching is done in the terracotta, kind of down the center, along the sides. You'll even see that across the dash. If you go the terracotta, it's reversed. So everywhere that you see the terracotta piping, it's black piping, and then the seats are essentially that terracotta color. I will say, for some it works, for some it doesn't. I personally like the terracotta because it's a little bit loud. And, you know, judging by my crazy shoes, my crazy socks, and you can't see my, maybe if I show you here, this crazy blue bow tie, I like a little flair, but to each their own. Now, seating wise, they are going to be full leather. They're going to be dual power on both sides with two-way memory for the driver. You'll have your 12-inch screen up on top, which is not touch. So everything is going to be controlled on that joystick-like system behind the gear shifter for the features and functions. However, if you are in Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, it is a touchscreen. Ironically, only in Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And you'll have things like split climate system. You'll have your 12-speaker Bose audio system, as you can see the tweeter up there. The heads-up display, you'll see the cutout there up on top of the dash. You'll have heated seats. You'll have cooled seats, as well as the power folding side mirrors. You can see the button to fold them in there, or they just work with a lock mechanism. When you lock the vehicle, they fold in, and when you unlock, they're going to fold out. Rear seat, this is going to be a plus of the Cx-50 versus the 5, as you do have nicer, a little bit more leg seat room. How about leg room for the rear seats? Now, obviously, you'll see climate system there. Up there, you'll see the shade is across for that massive panoramic dual pane sunroof, which I'll actually show you real quick what that looks like on another Cx-50 that's unlocked. Now, liftgate-wise, it is also going to be power, and bear in mind that it is height programmable, so you can adjust the height, especially if you park in a garage that might be a little lower. And you'll see here that you have your cover, you'll have some boxes, as I assume this one came with a couple accessories. Seats will fold flat for a little bit of extra space, and then those latches to release those seats are gonna be right there in the cargo hold. You'll even see a few more speakers mounted in the cargo for that Bose audio system with the subwoofer kind of mounted right there in the spare tire up underneath the cargo floor. Now, there is a lot more things that I can go over. Like, for instance, I forgot to mention that all of the Turbo Premiums will also have a heated steering wheel. But I'm just going to run up to this red Cx-50 because the shade on the sunroof is open. So that way I can at least show you what that dual pane sunroof looks like with the shade open. So you'll kind of see it does stretch all the way into the rear seats. Now, the Zircon Sand with terracotta, as I mentioned, I do have 2 of those coming in. I'm going to say that you have good taste because one of those coming in is already reserved for my mom. She has a CX-90 lease that I'm going to be taking over because she is about 4'2" on a good day, and it's just too damn big of a vehicle for her, so she needs to get something smaller. But regardless, I really hope that this video helps just kind of go over what the Turbo is and some of the features that it has. And I certainly look forward to hearing back, and once again, really do appreciate the opportunity to help Alan. Thank you again.